Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Ag+Bio+Science podcast, where each week we talk about the convergence of food, agriculture, science, and technology, and the impact it is having and will have on the state of Indiana. My name is Gerry Dick, and I'm pleased to welcome this week Johnny Park. Johnny is CEO of the Wabash Heartland Innovation Network, a 10-county area focused on economic development and innovation, in particular in the advanced manufacturing and agriculture sectors. And Johnny, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
You have very much bring to this role at the Wabash Heartland Innovation Network, or WHIN, and we'll talk about what that's all about in a moment. But you bring an entrepreneurial innovation type mindset to that role. You were the founder of Spensa Technologies, a company you sold earlier this year in March. Johnny, talk about your background as an entrepreneur and your relationship with Purdue University.
Yeah, so I think it's a unique journey that I took. So I came to Purdue in 1994 as an undergrad student. I majored in computer engineering and went to grad school and got my PhD and ended up becoming a professor at Purdue. So my research was around robotics, machine learning, and wireless sensor networks. So I really knew nothing about agriculture back then. But back in 2008, I wrote a grant proposal to USDA to automate labor-intensive activities in agriculture, and that project got fully funded. And that really was an entry door for me to look at agriculture, and just was fascinated by the opportunities the technologies can make and make a positive impact in this industry, and just saw a tremendous opportunity to just make a positive impact, not only in this region, but around the world. So I started a company called Spensa, as you mentioned, in 2009, and learned a lot. That was not something that I thought that I was going to do, but started a company and scaled and eventually acquired by a company called ETN. So just learned a tremendous lessons about how to start something from ground zero, scale it up, and make something productive in the field.
Give us an idea. Give us a thumbnail sketch of Spensa and what Spensa was all about, because I think it does really represent that convergence, what we're talking in here, that convergence of agriculture and technology and innovation to solve real-world challenges that, again, can be portrayed on a global stage.
Yeah. So Spensa, we called it Precision Pest Management Company. So we had both hardware and software technologies to monitor insects and weeds and disease, and we can predict the likelihood of those pests emerging in the field so that we can help growers and consultants to proactively manage their fields using sensor and data science technologies.
All right, talk about your new role, because you've transitioned now to as CEO of the Wabash Heartland Innovation Network. Again, a 10-county area in the Lafayette, West Lafayette area, surrounding counties there. What's WHIN all about?
Yeah, so WHIN is a consortium of 10 counties in north-central Indiana. The counties include Benton, Carroll, Cass, Clinton, Fountain, Montgomery, Pulaski, Tippecanoe, Warren, and White counties. And our goal is to make this 10-county region into the global epicenter of digital agriculture and next-generation manufacturing, and really empowered by the Internet of Things technologies. And really, at the end of the day, we exist to cultivate this regional ecosystem that empowers globally competitive businesses to plant and grow in the Wabash Heartland region.
Okay, that sounds great. But how do you bring people together? Because you've got Purdue University sitting right in the middle of that, this great world-class asset. You've got corporate assets. You've got entrepreneurs. You have a lot of really good things going on in the region. But I've got to believe that one of your big tasks or goals is to make sure everyone's on the same page and marching toward these goals in these specific areas.
Yeah, we have various stakeholders, and this incredible and generous gift from Lilly Endowment of close to $40 million is going to be a big boost for this big initiative. So we have three specific pillars or initiatives that we're going to carry out. One is around digital agriculture. We are going to engage agricultural producers and businesses in the region and really develop these agricultural IoT test beds educate them, train them, and help them adopt these latest technologies to help them be more productive in their farming lands. The second pillar is around next generation manufacturing. Very similarly, we want to also enable real-time analytics of manufacturing processes and systems and develop these IoT test beds to help local manufacturers to adopt these newest technologies and help them grow and be more competitive in this region. And the third pillar is regional cultivation initiatives. We want to invest in innovative place-making projects that would increase education, vitality, and connectivity in this 10-county region. So those are three specific initiatives that we're carrying out.
Your background as an innovator, as an entrepreneur, would seem to be very beneficial in this new role. As you look at the assets that exist in the Wabash Heartland Innovation Network, what's the potential, in your view? If this reaches the potential that you think it can, what could we see come out of this initiative?
I think potential is enormous. I mean, I see this region, we're really uniquely positioned. I see four things that are uniquely positioned. One, we have incredible research institutions, specifically in our region, Purdue University. It's the only university with a top 10 engineering school and top 10 school of ag, right? Very unique combination. We have Ivy Tech College that produces next generation workforce that this state desperately needs. And then second, we have a strong industry base in agriculture manufacturing. It's just really unique. It just stands out, right, the state. And third, I think this region really knows how to work together. I think we have leadership in this state that values partnership. And just the fact that AgriNovus, organization like AgriNovus exists, is a testament to the fact that the state leaders understand the partnership. And the fact that when our organization that I work for now exists, again, is a testament that leadership here understands partnership. And finally, I think it's something that a lot of people don't really think about, is that we have Midwestern values that I think is really unique. I recently read an article about what Silicon Valley can learn from good old Midwestern values. And the point of the article is that as a tech startup, developing innovative products is really important. But even more important is that the company established a culture of strong work ethic, a culture of integrity, and a culture of helping one another, which are all well known to be the main pillars of Midwestern values. So, do we have a chance to turn our region into a global epicenter of IoT and agriculture? Absolutely. But if we can leverage and strengthen the culture of strong work ethic, high moral values, with an attitude of helping one another, I think we have a real chance of making this something very powerful and very unique right here in Indiana.
Yeah, it certainly is an exciting vision. Johnny, you will be featured later at the National FFA in the Blue Room there, which is a new educational room presented by AgriNovus, powered by Microsoft. It's at the National FFA Convention. To share 21st century agriculture stories. Why, in your view, is it important to share the technology and innovation story with young people, with FFA members?
Yeah, and these are our future, right? And for me, I want to be able to encourage and inspire these young folks who may be interested in technology. But, the public perception now is that agriculture is sort of low tech. And if you pursue technology, this is not the area that you want to go into. That is very, very wrong. For me, I'm a testament, right? I'm a Purdue professor in robotics. I am making my career in agriculture. So I want to inspire and encourage young folks, whether you're in robotics, big data scientists, microbiology, all those things are essential tools today that's going to fuel the next generation agriculture. So if you are in that technology, agriculture is a field that you can be in, and also you can make a positive impact in the lives of people around the world.
It's an exciting story, a lot of great potential, certainly around the state, including in the Wabash Heartland Innovation Network. Johnny Park is the CEO of WIN, a real entrepreneur and innovator. And Johnny, thank you very much for joining us on this edition of the Ag+Bio+Science podcast. You know, each and every week we take a look at food, ag, science, and technology and how they all come together, how they merge, converge to impact the state of Indiana. And we're pleased to do that each and every week. I'm Gerry Dick. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
This podcast is a product of Inside Indiana Business, hosted by Gerry Dick, produced by Libby Fritz and Joe Ullery, and was recorded on location at Launch Fishers. More people get Indiana business news from Inside Indiana Business than any other source.